Welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Be sure to strap on your Mickey ears as our hosts, Panda, Gene, Sammy, and Corinne, take you through all the happenings in the world of Disney and Universal. Are you ready for some fun, games, and an occasional guest or two? Then sit back, relax, and enjoy the Disney Underground.
What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday night. It is, and Panda's interrupting me already with the tapping on the keyboard. It is. This is the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Gene Fitzmagic, Panda, sitting in for Sammy D. Sammy D's better half, as I like to call him, Joey D. What up, man?
Wow, poor Sammy.
No, I miss Sammy. She's great.
I'm not going there. I'm not.
Joey, before we get going, and Corinne has some computer issues, just tell us about the baby, please.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's good, mom's good, baby's good. Everything went fine. Sammy is a trooper. Let me tell you, you women are on another level when it comes to birthing kids. I'm just gonna say that this was a tough one because compared to Aiden, this was a much longer, tougher one. But everybody's good. We're just not sleeping right now. Team no sleep. Yay! One of those things. Other than that, we're all good. When she feeds him now, I've already started playing. Finding Nemo and all kinds of stuff in the background. He needs to know this stuff by the time he gets to, 6 months, man. This kid's he's got to know the parks layouts and, all that good stuff. Otherwise, all good, man. That's really good. Happy to be here.
Did you get him a sign-in yet for Disney, his login?
You know what? That's the next thing we'll do.
That's the next thing he needs.
Did you add it to your magical?
Oh, yeah, he's
Disney
definitely going to do that.
Disney Express app.
Gene, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't have my glasses, so I can't say hi to the chat. Where I normally like to shout everybody out that comes in the chat. I'm gonna apologize now. I can't see the chat because I don't.
Where are your glasses though? Did you break them?
They broke. And yeah, and
like,
I
am I even looking at the screen? Like
I'm like Mr. Magoo.
I will help you say hello to Candy Mom 15, wonderful moderator, John G, Stephanie Keel, Paul Engel, Elizabeth. How do we say that? Is it Licardione, maybe? It might be Simba, too. How are you, man? Michaela Nicole is here.
So I apologize that I can't take care of that for you guys today. I usually love being able to shout you guys out, and I can't today. No glasses. So, but I do have another beef with. Can I ask you, John? You've been here a lot longer than me, and Joey, you've been down here for a while too. But it might be different in Miami.
Okay.
I go to my local Publix today. I'm in my new digs, the first show in my new apartment.
Yep.
I go to the Publix today, and I felt like that scene from My Blue Heaven when he wants arugula. If anybody knows the movie, I asked for half sour pickles, and they looked at me like I was like I had three heads. And I go,
that's a New York thing. They don't know that.
I was like, you guys didn't have any half sour pickles, and
they do have them. They do have them.
They're like, did you check the aisle where the pickles are? I'm like, no, I don't want the ones that come in the not refrigerated. I need the ones that come in the refrigerated deli section. They're like, I'm like, half sour. They kind of look like cucumbers. He's like, no, they would still be pickled. And I'm like, yeah, no, they're pickled. I get it. They're pickles.
Wait, what do you mean they still look like cucumbers? All pickles look like cucumbers.
No, when you
they are.
Pickle, they look like a dark green kind of bumpy pickle. The half sour literally looks like a cucumber just in
they're a little white on the side sometimes. Yeah, they have them above the hot dogs. Above the hot dogs in the pickle section, they have them.
They don't have them in the public. I've been to two Publix. I can't find them, man.
Okay,
if anybody knows where I can find some half sour pickles, usually like what is it? Batam is like
Batamti, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I can't find the Batamti here. In New York, they're everywhere, but
it's a Jewish thing.
Hey,
yeah,
Drew. I see Mr. Drew's name pop up. Hey, Mr. Drew.
Yeah, Pops is here.
Mr. Drew.
By the way, we saw today they made an announcement for Vicky's Cuban Bakery is opening in Orlando. Now, the reason why that's a big deal to us is because that's a little bit of Miami, because there just hasn't been true Cuban bakery in Orlando that I always complain. Cuban coffee is not good there. So now we have a legit place coming there. So that's the start. I'm
good. Go for some Cuban bread too.
Yes.
Two questions, then we can on to some Disney.
I already know what Gene's going to ask.
You know what was I going to ask?
You want to know if they make a Cuban sandwich? Yes, they do.
Yes.
Of course they do.
They have to.
Yes, come on, man.
Just making sure.
It's legit Cuban bakery. Legit.
Let me just give a quick shout out to Donnie and Marie. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
And Kelly Chasing Magic. Disney Riley is here. All right, so let's start. Let me preface this conversation with I am so confused between what Disney has announced, what they have failed to deliver on and have canceled, what's coming, what's blue sky hoping, what's really there, and nobody really knows. So all of this, you have to take it with a grain of salt. The good thing is that things are happening. Definitely. There's definitely money that is being spent and things are going to start to happen. So let's just start with what we know or what we've heard.
Right.
And Gene, I'll ask you and Joey, what have you heard is coming to the Magic Kingdom? And then I'll tell you what I've heard and see if it jives up.
Joey, you want to go first?
Well, yeah. So for me, obviously they call it the Beyond, at least for me, Beyond Thunder. Everyone knows Beyond Thunder Mountain.
Yep.
And you're looking at, I guess it's behind that. And, they're talking about having the, and I don't remember the name of the town, but I guess the whole thing with Encanto and all that other stuff that they were talking about, putting that back there. So that's the latest I hear, but all I see is the same thing. A lot of sketches and maybe, possible, might be, could be, maybe. And that's pretty much all we've heard with that. So it would be great if we would get something, I know everyone says Villains Land. I know that's not coming, but I keep hearing this.
Actually, no, now I'm hearing that there is a villains area. I am. Okay, so Gene, is that pretty much what you've heard or anything different?
Yeah, I was kind of going the same route where they were going to put some stuff back there. And then obviously whatever happens with, Country Bears, we'll see how that turns out. I don't mind a complete upheaval and removal of the whole thing, and let's put something else there. I also heard that they were talking about getting rid of the shooting gallery. I don't know. I think maybe
really.
I think that's definitely on its.
It serves no purpose
out.
there. Like, who cares about that shooting gallery? It's like from 1920. Get rid of that.
I know. Trust me, I'm with you, Candy Mom.
So I think a couple of things happened. Obviously, Epic Universe. Anybody who believes that Disney does not have to respond in some way it's just false. They have to. It's just a business thing. We are going to win either way. We're going to win as consumers. Epic Universe. The more I see, the more I'm like, wow. When I saw the Dark Universe just recently, the buildings and things, they're giving Disney a run for their money. So I think also Disney made up with DeSantis, so now they can say things that they're going to invest. Yes. So let's hope that everybody's happy. But what I'm hearing now more so, and especially from Brandon Mickey Views, who sometimes is right, sometimes is wrong. You never know. He's hearing a lot of Cars Land coming to the back, not Cars Land, Radiator Springs, I should say, the ride, coming to the back of the Magic Kingdom. I would be all for that.
I would hope so.
I think that would be the best move they could do. Now, if they did that, would they do something different with the racetrack they have now in Tomorrowland?
I don't know. They could. Yeah, it's really not the same type of thing. You're not controlling anything on that ride.
Right. And besides, they should really change to electric on that. I've been saying that for years. I mean,
Disneyland just went electric.
Like, come on, man.
They will eventually. I think so.
Why have the fumes for the kids to sniff all day?
And get something that actually steers, so don't slam back and forth across the center line, man. You just can't.
So
you can't.
Yeah, and Cars isn't supposed to be the only thing back there. I'm also hearing there is room for a Maleficent castle and a villains area, possibly. Again, who knows? But I really hope so.
That would be great.
Now it turns out the Encanto and the Coco looks like it's going into the tropical Americas of Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Which I would love.
Theming, by the way, has been thrown out the window. I don't know if you know this. They don't care about theming anymore.
Putting stuff wherever the hell they want to put it.
Wherever they want. Doesn't even matter. Zootopia can go into the roots of the tree. That apparently was confirmed that they're going to put something Zootopia in the Tree of Life. But I remember taking a tour and they were telling me about the Tree of Life and the roots and how the bugs lived in the roots and it all fit. Apparently now it all fits with giraffes and zebras as well.
Wait, the Zootopia, didn't they originally say that was going in the area of Dinoland? Wasn't it?
Originally, they were thinking of that.
They did that years ago, but I think that like the last time it came out, it was in the Tree of Life.
Okay. Now, Dinoland is Indiana Jones, apparently. Mm-hmm. Again, Indiana Jones, Animal Kingdom. How? Maybe they'll change the story, which would be great. Meaning, add some animals. They got snakes already. Give us a monkey, something.
I can't imagine them changing the ride system and the layout they already have out in California. I mean, maybe they do. I would love that, but they're known to just replicate pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think they'll change the ride system, but just some of the scenes they could update with animals or something. I mean, they got to make it fit.
But where would so other it's like I guess it would the only place he would fit naturally would be Hollywood Studios, correct?
Yep.
For what?
For Indiana Jones.
That's where I think it would fit, but that's not where it's going.
But you know what? I think I know why. I think
sure, because the ride is already there.
It's already built with dinosaur, and I got to tell you, Connor's probably having a nervous breakdown.
But
hey, but listen, Jarrett makes a point basically saying that he feels that Cars Land is, or the Cars ride is another test track, so we're basically going to get 2 test tracks. I mean,
listen, I was on Radiator Springs. It is so different from Test Track. It's like saying the Little Mermaid is the same as the Haunted Mansion, just because the vehicle is kind of
the ride vehicle,
an omni mover. Yeah, no, it's completely different. Completely different. It's got racing parts, and then it's got scene parts with animatronics. There's 2 different, 2 different tracks, so you can ride it again and get the left side, and it's totally different. And it's really good. I also like I'm going to use a word that I don't even know if I'm using it right. The berm, like they need that to be the end of a park, the Cars Land, because of the mountains in the back, and it would fit perfect there. That you could still drive around to the back of the Magic Kingdom, and there's a berm. There's you don't see into the park, and the people in the park won't see out. So it kind of does ring true.
I mean, they've kind of gotten away from the whole line of sight thing anyway. They don't give a damn.
Yeah, right.
That's apparent. But you know what? We called it war, and it's because let's face it, the second half of the 2020s is going to be a huge battle between Universal and Disney, right? It is. Epic Universe is coming out. Disney's got all these other things coming out, these other lands. So the second half of these 2020s are pretty much going to be a consistent battle. But I gotta be honest, I don't care what Universal does. I don't care how grand what they put together could be. They could do a 10 out of 10 and Disney could put out a 2 out of 10. I think Disney still wins in the end because Disney's always going to be the big brother to Universal, much like the Yankees are to the Mets, the Giants are to the Jets, so on and so forth. The Disney's they could sit back for years and still always win over Universal. That's my personal opinion.
I agree. I don't think Disney's getting killed anywhere. I think market share, which is a big thing, when you see the hotels that they're building at Epic Universe, the Nova, the Helios, and the other one, that's market share that people would have went to Disney, probably staying in those hotels. They gotta work hard now to say, nope, let's put some new stuff and get the people over here too.
I still think you're gonna lose people maybe one trip. And then they'll be going back to Disney.
But Disney don't want that. They got to grow. They don't want to lose nothing. They want to go. They want to get more money, not less.
And really, with Universal, I think unless they come up with a way, or at least change their operation, the way their cast members over there operate, because it is a stark difference when you go over there. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a different experience dealing with Disney cast members as opposed to the ones that are in the Universal parks. It is night and day. I'm not saying it's bad. It's different. And I do prefer the customer service that you get over there. Sure. I'm not saying we haven't had good experiences at Universal, but more bad. It's just one of those things. They got to change that culture when it comes.
I was going to say because that's not the. I wouldn't say that's the cast members' responsibility. Well, it is, but I wouldn't blame them. It starts at the top.
Agreed.
Right? And
Agreed.
It's setting a culture and a tone from the top down. And Disney's already had that in spades, right? Universal needs to kind of now figure out what Disney has done and then kind of do that themselves.
Well, listen, look at the way they've designed Epic Universe. It's very much in the mold of what Disney did at Magic Kingdom and gotten away from what Universal and Islands looks like, which is just a bunch of buildings that are popped next to each other. It's not built that way anymore. This thing actually has a flow to it. They've learned, you could see the lessons they've learned from these other parks they've had for a long time, which is obviously you would hope they would. So does that translate into everything else? Yeah, they got smart and realized a lot of this money is definitely in the resorts and these hotels. So it's just one of those things.
I was yelled at by a Disney cast member not that long ago. John remembers when I was trying to go in. Remember when I was trying to go in and I there's 2 things and I went to go to the other one because they were having a problem with the one, and she told me to wait my turn. I'm like, but I thought I could use that one because someone's using the other one. Because they always tell you use both. They always say use both sensors. You were already in. You were standing right there.
Yeah. I do remember that. But here, listen to this. This is something I thought of that I don't think many people are thinking of. I'm not saying I'm special, but I think when Epic Universe opens up, is it possible that Universal's also hurting their other parks? Because who the heck is going to want to go to Universal when Epic opens?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, of course. Everyone's going to flood that park because it's new. I mean, listen, this is a lot of people don't get to see, and I've told Aiden this. A lot of people don't get to see when a brand new park is built from start to finish. It just doesn't happen that often. They're too expensive. They take a really long time. So this is a big deal, a lot bigger than people are making it. So yeah, I agree with you.
I also want to yell at Disney that while they're getting rid of fountains and all these beautiful things, Epic Universe has got some fountains going in and some really nice, beautiful areas of waterfalls, like the terrain. I looked at it. It's like waterfalls and ups and downs. It's not just a flat land. Right. They are really, they're spare. You know, what's the guy, Hammond from Jurassic Park, spare no expense?
There you go. Spare no expense.
It feels like they're doing that. I don't know.
Extremely important. Absolutely.
I don't think it's going to hurt the other parks as much as you think. It's going to hurt a little bit.
Saying that.
But like people are going to go to Epic Universe and still go to the other two parks. You might have people that wouldn't have gone to Universal in the first place, but because Epic Universe is there, now they're going to go to Epic Universe, and they're also going to spend a day at Islands of Adventure and a day at Universal Studios. So I don't think it really will hurt the other two parks. I think if anything, you might see they still might get an increase. But remember, it's also the overall. It's the overall thing. Like at the end of the day, does Disney care if people go to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, or Hollywood Studios? As long as you're in their gates, they don't really care. I think the same thing with Universal. I don't think they care. As long as you're in one of our gates, we're making money.
Yep.
Right.
I wonder how they're going to do the transportation. I'm sorry, good.
Oh no, you're good. Oh yeah, that's interesting because they're very kind of disjointed when it comes to that.
Right. If I'm staying at, let's say, Cabana Bay, how am I getting to Epic? Is it just a bus? And we're talking, it's going to be if you have to stop on other stops and then go there, it's going to be a good 40-minute bus ride before you're done.
Yeah, you're not in that bubble. I get it. Trust me. Once you pass those gates in Disney, you're kind of in their whole.
Yeah, you got to go out and see, Taco Bell on the way to Epic Universe.
That's right. And if they're running a 10-pack,
the party pack,
I'll jump on that too. Just saying. Mike, I'll tell you what though, Mike makes a good point. I know he made a comparison of Disney being WWE and Universal being, AEW. Mm-hmm. For me, I've always said that Disney to me was Royal Caribbean and Universal was Carnival. And it's not that they're bad, it's just it's a different.
I feel exactly that. Yep.
A younger crowd that they go for. Even the people that you see the patrons walking around, you see them completely dressed different. Like it's just a different thing. So it's kind of one of those things. They don't even go after the same clientele. Disney will always have the family. It's just the way it is.
Something that tells a lot, like when a Disney ride breaks down, Disney usually gets the people off, where Universal calls 911 and gets the fire department. I feel safer at Disney, like they know what's going on more than Universal. I don't know where that comes from, but that's how I feel.
Listen, everything's perception. That's how things are. And it's okay. But listen, trust me, I'm definitely going to Epic Universe because I love Universal and Islands. I love all the rides and all the stuff that you go there for all that stuff. I mean, that's never going to go away. But yeah, I agree with Gene. I don't think Disney's like going to quake in their boots about it. But, they should kind of at least even appear as if they're doing stuff as well. Not that they're responding to Universal. Like, well, you did something, we have to do something.
Right.
But at least to show that they're doing stuff. So, this park's been being built for several years now. And we see all these announcements and stuff. And I know they don't like the look of when things get canceled constantly and it's ticking everybody off. And,
I think Disney just needs to kind of weather the storm for like a couple of years and then they'll be fine. It'll be right back to everyone going to Disney over Universal. Just got to weather the storm.
I want to ask Darlene, who says she's been going to Disney World since 1980s, never gone to Universal. Darlene, after Epic opens, would you then go visit that park?
Right.
I'm thinking yes, but I want to hear it from you so I know. Now that's Disney. It's all going to come down to the ticket packages. Yeah. Oh, I wonder how they're going to handle, like, are you going to be able to do one visit or upgrade your annual pass?
Yep. Well, we know those annual passes are going to go up, especially for Universal and Islands. Everybody knows that the prices are really good for that. So they have to. So they're definitely going to go up for that. But I tell you, the stuff that Iger just recently talked about, the multiple billions of dollars that they're investing and, these different lands and stuff, they can't take 5 years to do something on some of this stuff anymore.
That's the thing too. Like, look, the cake bake shop's they've been working on a cake bake shop since COVID, man. Come on.
I don't understand. It's not even them. It's contractors. Are they just not paying enough? Is there not a foreman?
And the corn dog stand. It's just the stand on the boardwalk. And we've been on that for like 2 years. Come on, man.
You can't tell me that some of the roller coaster creators or even the bake shop people that are building are not the same contractors that Disney hires. It's the same
Universal. I don't know what's going on there, but it's everything is such a drawn out process that sometimes it takes excessively long. At least it seems like it. Unless I'm just an idiot and I think that things should be a little quicker than they are, but it's just like, holy cow, man.
I mean, when they build something like Transformers and then they build Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, people were making comparisons. Like, listen, one is a box with screens. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is, there's trees and rocks and stuff. That I get, but not like things like a bakery or, Yeah,
I agree. And it's happened at multiple stops. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, especially, I mean, look at all the stuff that was ended up being cut from the original project that was Epcot and the retheming and all that stuff. And obviously it looks great now, but there was stuff that there's a lot of stuff they never even did. And it still took, I mean, there's still, Communicore Hall still isn't completely down.
Still not done.
It's like, come on, guys, man, get this thing. I know it's about to be finished finally. But yeah, man, what has it been? 4 years, 5 years? I don't even know how long it's been now. Like 4 years or something like that. It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously it feels like whenever I go there, the last time we went, when the walls were down, most of them, it was almost like a weight lifted off. It's like, I don't know. You don't have that where you got to go around it's such a pain in the butt and staring at walls. So I'm happy about that. But man, whatever they do, especially if the ones that are like Beyond Thunder, you hope to God it doesn't take 4 or 5 years.
My guess is going to be a good 4 years. And my theory on all of this is that they probably would have spent, let's say, $30 billion over the next whatever years. And because of Epic Universe, it's up to 60. Like they're increasing what they're planning.
I agree with that. That was kind of I'm sure that was a response to like, well, wait, we're doing all this too, but they got to deliver on some of the stuff. Because again, Disney's well known. Everybody in this chat knows they announce stuff, even stuff they say for sure is coming ends up not coming. Things change constantly. And then there's a lot of stuff
that Main Street Theater.
Yeah, we hope it's coming.
Really cool. That would be really cool. And I'll tell you what. How about another resort?
They already got a ton, though, don't they, Gene?
They do have a ton, but you know what? I say build another. If you're going to be building more space for people to go to park-wise, build another resort.
I don't know.
They have the land. The land isn't the issue. They have the land.
I've seen how crowded it's been. I don't think they need another hotel.
I don't know.
Like you just said, it's been crowded. Wouldn't you want to add another resort?
Well, let me ask you this.
Make it more crowded. The parks.
More people. But let's say this, Gene. Let's say they said, hey, we're going to build, I don't know. Let's say we're going to build 3 more resorts, right?
Okay.
Which category do you think they should be building it in?
I say give us one of each. What was the last hotel that was?
You're saying one value, one deluxe, and is that what you're saying?
What was the last resort that was built? Was what? It was animation. Oh, Riviera. You're right.
Was it Riviera?
Yeah, it was Riviera.
Or
Riviera,
Coronado.
the last one.
Well, Coronado was already there. They just kind of added
Grand Destino Tower. I don't know what came first, Riviera or Grand Destino.
I still look at that as Coronado, and Coronado was already there. They just added to it.
Okay, yeah.
It's almost like what they're doing with the Polynesian. Now they're adding to the Polynesian. They did. Oh, and they did build. It wasn't Disney, but they did add the new resort over by Swan and Dolphin. Was it the Swan Reserve or Dolphin Reserve?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They did do that one recently.
It's funny. We don't hear much about that resort at all.
No. It's like Secret Service over there.
Yeah, right. We haven't seen a lobby. We haven't heard of a decent restaurant. Like it's crazy.
Good up top because they always, whenever you drive by at night, they got like flashing lights and stuff. So it must be some type of nightclub.
Well, it's still there, so clearly people are going there. But you're right. It's weird. You don't hear anything about
it. Convention kind of a place. I think more people when they come in for convention. I think that's one of the places.
It could be. Let's see. I'm looking at some of the
Skyliners for sure. They definitely got to expand Skyliners. They got to move those everywhere because you're not going to do it with the monorails. So you got to at least expand that a little bit. Maybe add some.
What's more cost efficient?
Oh, by far, the Skyliners.
You think so?
That's the reason why they went that route because it was so expensive to expand the monorail that they didn't even bother.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I get you.
And it's efficient. I mean,
I kind of like it. Yeah,
they're great. Yeah, I have no issue with them.
Yeah, so I think that would be a good idea because right now, think about it. When we go now, we generally will look for so what's the quickest connection to a Skyliner or something where we're staying, so it's easier to to hop around. We kind of look at that, so it will eliminate a bunch of other resorts that we're staying at, even though we stayed at them before. We generally look at those first because of that. So
I agree.
So I think it would probably be a good idea if they would expand that. I don't know what the cost is, but it's much more cost effective than the monorails. They can't even get new monorail cars. I mean, they've been talking about that for. When they were talking about that like 10 years ago, and they still never showed up on anything, so the doors still.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah.
So
I remember there were outlets that said the money used for this is going to now be put towards the monorail. None of that was true, actually. None of that happened.
Right. Yep. It's just kind
Hello,
of
Gene. Gene Palma. I'm sorry, Gene, not you, Gene.
Oh, I was like, what'd I do?
I've been here the whole time.
What'd I do?
He goes, wait, I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
So apparently the room that they have beyond Big Thunder Mountain is equivalent to the size of Galaxy's Edge.
That's a decent size, man.
It's a decent size. They could do Cars Ride, not Land. They're saying Radiator Springs Racers, and then a villains, some sort of a Maleficent Castle villains area. I think that can be done. And Halloween, Mickey's Not So Scary, that land would be great to do some stuff in also.
Yes, it would. It would be so good to do that.
I hope they don't do too much in too little. Like when they talk about doing Moana, Encanto, and Coco, and Indiana Jones all in Animal Kingdom, there's not enough room for all that unless they start going beyond where Primeval World was.
Well,
right.
Wait, let me backtrack for 1 second for the Maleficent Castle. Is it going to be a castle that you can actually walk into? Is it going to be like the Beauty and the Beast castle where it's just
we know nothing. Nothing. It's got to be more than Beauty and the Beast castle if it's like
more than that. It loses its luster to me. Then it's like you shouldn't even have bothered.
Yeah, when a crow lands on that castle, it's like Just so everybody knows, Corinne was supposed to be here tonight. She had problems with her computer, with her connection, so that's why we don't see Corinne. Just so you know. Yeah,
I agree though. I think honestly, if they did a Maleficent Castle, it would be nice if it's something you could walk through it. I'm not saying for every room, but I mean like kind of like they do Magic Kingdom. You can go through, but yeah, is it going to be off in the distance where you kind of just look at it?
If that's even one of the things, who the heck knows at this point? I can't wait to get solid art and solid, right now, did you see Universal's putting out all these amazing POVs of the coasters?
I know. They're showing everything.
Yeah, I can go ride Donkey Kong Coaster now, virtually, and it's cool.
Hey, but Pando, even what you're saying that you're like, I need solid photos and stuff. They did the whole damn section of Epcot, and you could go in and see it, and none of it happened. Yep. So it doesn't matter. They built models for it.
They had chimney sweeps singing "Step in Time" to me for the Mary Poppins that was going to go in. Yeah, I don't know. The Spaceship Earth redo. Now the Spaceship Earth redo, they don't even talk about it anymore, and we're talking a lot about the test track redo.
That was like 4 years ago, and they haven't talked about it. And I'm like, man, it needed it so bad.
I do believe the test track, obviously, we have a closing date, is going to get done. And again, we don't really know what's going on with that. They talk about World of Motion or something akin back to that, but that ride system has nothing to do with the original World of Motion. I don't know what the theming inside is going to be, how different, but I can't wait to see what they got. Oh yeah, GM is paying for it, Gene Palma.
Absolutely. And Universal does have Disney. They're lower pricing. That is one thing I will say, especially some of the resorts that they have that are pretty nice. Cabana Bay being one of them. The pricing's actually pretty decent.
I agree.
And I love staying there. So some of those, sometimes it actually pays, ironically, to stay at one of those hotels and then just drive to Disney when you're staying for the weekend, which is crazy.
Jason Vaughn is saying Test Track has a sponsor, just like Gene said. That's true. That's why that's going to move forward, because the money's there.
Oh, absolutely.
But they claim the money's there for all the other stuff too, that it's already been earmarked. So let's get going, guys.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, the opposite story of Sleeping Beauty Castle. Yeah.
I can't read it.
He says Gene's saying they could tell the opposite story of Sleeping Beauty Castle.
I'm sorry, Gene. I don't mean to laugh. I just seeing Gene squint at the screen trying to read.
I'm like Mr. Magoo, man.
And he's like, I can't read.
I'm glad you can't read that comment. It was about you and your face. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Nobody.
No, I just saw it.
Candy Mom. There was, if they did a villains area, I'm sure there will be an attraction, a ride, a coaster, a dark ride, something. Yeah. I don't think they can just build a castle or something like that. And
do you think it would be more for kids or for grown-ups? Or
I think for everyone. I think
for everyone, like a haunted mansion. It's the Disney way, And I know we've talked about, hey, they should not so scary. They should do like an adult night and all that stuff. But I don't think they're going to cater.
No, they'll lose the money. Yeah, they'll lose the money on that. They'll never do that.
Yeah, it's just they want to be able to get everybody in.
Do we know anything about the Country Bear Jamboree? Is it supposed to be July? Disney Riley was asking. I think
July.
Is it?
The only thing I know is that unfortunately it will be back. It's the only thing I know.
You're terrible. I can't wait to see what they do with it. Oh, yeah. Journey into Imagination has been the bane of my existence. It is a horrible piece of junk right now.
I still like it. I still like it,
the way
man.
it is now. Well, you're never on the old one, so you don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I was, but either way, I still love
The
it.
nostalgia, Gene.
No.
That's all.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
Gene. When you go to that eye chart room,
Yeah,
that's a waste of space.
I still love it. Still love
Waste
it.
of
mean,
space.
I don't. That's another one that's got to be redone. But yeah, the Bears and the shooting gallery, they could just wipe out that whole wing and start over, do something in there.
Right. So technically, is it a war? I think so.
No,
I think there is going to be an absolute back and forth. And I think, even though Disney was going to do most of this probably anyway, I think the fire is under them to,
Yeah.
do you realize once somebody said to him, what is your response? And Bob Iger was like, what do you mean? There's nothing could be further from the truth. We've been responding for years. All of a sudden, all this stuff is coming out. I think this is, now their reaction, and that they've made up with DeSantis.
Yeah, that was a huge hurdle they had to get past in order to be able to move forward, not have the control taken away from them, and all that.
Yeah, I don't even know how it.
I think we all knew. I think it just needed to kind of blow over. Is really
Agreed.
what I think. Both sides lost in certain battles, and I think they just needed to let it blow
Yeah,
over.
it just took longer than I expected.
It was a PR thing. It was a PR thing for both sides, and
It's
they kind of
terrible.
let it blow over. And I don't think anybody won, anybody lost. I think it just is what it is.
I'm just glad it's done with.
Yeah. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, Disney wasn't going anywhere.
No.
Disney wasn't going anywhere. Not because
Well,
of
no,
Disney,
of course not.
but Ronnie D down here didn't want them going anywhere either. You know how pissed off people would have been if Disney was a guy we're out because we can't deal with this guy.
Do you know there was a time that we almost lost Disney? Right before Eisner, there was talk of it turning into an entire golf course, the whole thing.
Are you
Just
serious?
getting rid of for real. Yeah, it was. I'll show you articles. It was really almost done. A
But
board
Florida
almost
would've
stepped
lost their
in.
minds. If Florida would have lost their minds, if he would have, because his pouting
Oh my
and
God.
stomping his feet, if Disney would have left, Florida would have lost their minds. Because
Yep.
it brings so much money into the state. I mean, forget about just the fact that people move down here to go. People want to go all the time. It brings so much money to the state. The tourist, the tourist stuff. So, I think everybody wins that they just kind of squash their beef with real no winner, no loser. Just kind of like said, okay, truce. You do you, I'll do me.
Yeah.
You're breaking up on me. I'm sorry if I'm not responding. It's because I'm frozen
I
for a
can't see
minute.
what that says. What does it say? Gene?
I can't read it either, Joe. You know I can't read it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'll even read it to you if you want. I was just messing with you. I know
can't
that's so
read
bad.
anything.
That was so bad of me. I
It's
know
like-
you can't read it. I'm like,
it's like-
Gene, can you see it?
It's like scribbles. So,
All right, so
right.
let's get to news.
All right.
let's do it. All right, wait. No, let's play a commercial first. Let's.
Okay,
let's
yeah,
hear from our
you're right.
sponsor. Let's
You're
hear
right.
From,
My pops
Let's
wants
see-
20,000 leagues.
I want the leagues.
Look
Me
at
and Pops, tell Pops, Mr. Drew, we have to start a what do they call it?
A petition.
A petition.
A petition.
I'm in. I want it. And I want a reboot or remake of the movie with today's technology.
Now that I want. That I can get behind.
All right, but
Me too.
let's see from our travel sponsor real quick.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Thompson, owner of MC Travel Company, formerly Mouse Class Travel. What started with a dream of building magical vacations for everyone at Disney World has now turned into creating magical vacations worldwide. We're 75% repeat and referral. That's because when clients first came to us, they came to us for our expert planning inside theme parks at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, as well as Universal. But now we have diversified and are now selling vacations worldwide. The reason why you would want to book with me is because no matter which vacation you book, you get the same group of hardworking agents all working on your vacation. There is not one single agent at my agency that you work with. When you book with us, you become our family. That means that the entire team at MC Travel Company works for you. We each specialize in a portion of your vacation and then bring it all together in the end for you to enjoy. So for your next vacation, consider MC Travel Company. And thank you, Panda, for allowing us to sponsor this channel. Have a magical day.
There we go.
Thank you, Lisa.
She does a great job. The whole team.
They're wonderful. They are wonderful.
So If you're looking to book, that's where you need to go. Takes all the mess and trouble out of your hands. Let them take care of it.
I keep seeing the messages from people like, "Oh my God, we tried to get this reservation. Thank God we booked our trip with you." They're on top of it. They get it for them all the time. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. So let's get to the news, man. What are some of the biggest news?
The big news, DAS.
Yeah. DAS.
Oh man.
And again, I don't know. Like, are they really saying now that it's only for Spectrum, on the Spectrum, or I don't know.
They said it was people on the. They said people like people that are on the spectrum and in that category. So you're still going to have a lot of gray area there. At least I think, But
yeah,
this has been how long has this been a hot topic for, going back and forth now for several years, where they're talking about, they FaceTime you and they basically do interviews and all this other stuff, and they need doctor's notes and all that other stuff.
I thought they couldn't get doctor's notes. I thought it was HIPAA.
Well, it's obviously when it comes to HIPAA, but they can't ask basic stuff.
The third party can do more than Disney
Right.
or Universal can do.
Right.
Okay.
But you know what? Until it comes out, I hate to I see all these people, everybody jumps to so many conclusions. And, I just don't, until it comes out for sure, I don't know, what we're all mad at Disney for changing this and changing this. We don't know yet. It's like reviewing a movie before it's out, really, I think.
Well, what I'm trying to say is what percentage of people that were able to get it before won't be able to get it now?
Let's say you have a lot of people that have bad knees that say, and again, I don't even think nobody's getting anything for free. You're still waiting online, but you're just not waiting online. You're still waiting. You're not cutting anything in front. So let's say somebody that's got bad knees, and that doesn't want a wheelchair. They don't want to be wheeled around. They want to try to stand up. They could wait without waiting. I don't know how many of those type of, maybe somebody's got a bladder problem. They pee every 10 minutes and they can't wait in that line. Now they're supposed to allow you to leave the line and come back, which sounds like another nightmare to me. That I don't know.
Yeah, to me that makes no difference anyway. What if they just got rid of queue lines?
And everybody, that's what like Volcano Bay. Everybody is a virtual queue.
Everything's virtual queue.
Do you know what? The park wouldn't work, Gene, at all. So this shows our wonderful way of thinking. But think about it. If everybody that was waiting in a queue is now walking around the park, you couldn't walk around that park.
But you wouldn't be. Yeah, no, you're right. Damn.
There's a people thing.
It just wouldn't work, and Volcano Bay is nowhere near the size of
yeah.
Right.
I get it.
The park would have to be designed from the start without queues.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a cruise ship. Do you know on a cruise ship, if the people, enough of them don't go see the show, it throws off the entire dinner way of the ship, of the people. There was a problem on Royal Caribbean. They were showing Cats and nobody wants to see 3 hours of Cats. But when they built the ship, thought, okay, 2,000 people will be sitting here watching the show at this time. Something like that would happen where they couldn't. But I agree with you.
It's tough. It is a tough thing because you can't, like you said, you're not gonna be able to have somebody quote prove it or anything like that. And you got people like you said, and I guess I know that they I think it was Candy Mom had mentioned it. I think it is dropping from it was 6, now it's 4 people, so that does change.
And it's only immediate family now.
Right. So that kind of slims things down a little bit. And then you got others, and I think I'm not even sure, but I guess Simba was talking about it was never meant to be for people that had no mobility. Yeah, that's going to be something.
It was never meant for what?
For people that
with
have
mobility issues,
disabilities. So, because I guess you're going to be in one of those motorized wheelchairs anyway. If you can't, I don't know.
That's a good point.
I guess so.
That's a good point.
I guess it's one of those things. It's just you don't want to see it. You still don't want to see it abused, especially for the people that really need it.
Yes, and there's a lot of liars out there. People that do coach.
I would say let's just throw a number out there. Let's all put a number out there. What do you think the percentages of people that don't really need it that get it?
I say like 30-40%.
I was going to say about 35%.
Yeah, people that know Disney, tour operators, things like that. People that there's people that say, hey, come with me, I'll show you what to do, and they do that.
I'm going to say more than half.
It's possible.
And I'll tell you what.
That's my opinion.
I do like the idea of if you get caught lying, you're out for good.
That's going to be another thing to, that's going to be another thing to prove. But I'm glad they're saying don't mess with us or you're going to be banned.
Yeah.
And let's face it, there's a lot of these people that have this entitlement, like they have to have it. Nobody has to give you anything. If you don't like it, guess what? Stay the home.
Go to Universal.
Go to Universal, see what they do.
Or hit one of the other parks that's not that crowded that day. Generally, one of the parks is crowded. You know, one of the other ones isn't going to be. If you could do a park hopper, I get it.
Right.
But it's tough, man, because especially when, like with us, Aiden obviously being on the spectrum and stuff, you know, we have used it since he was little.
Yes.
You know, and it's great and everything. It does help because you're right. You still have to wait your time. You just don't have, not in the line. So it's not, it's not like we're getting over on anybody.
And how many times do you get back there and the line is still pretty long, even the fast pass that they got you waiting on?
Right. Because they put you in the lightning lane anyway, which is generally backed up anyway, just like everything else. So, we're not getting, you're not getting by anybody. But yeah, it's a tough thing because, you got people that for whatever reason are coming.
Right. You wind up throwing the baby out with the bathwater sometimes, which I think is going to be their problem. With all that Disney's going through right now, I don't know if this was the time to introduce this. I think they got to figure out their Genie Plus and everything first. But
maybe they felt they weren't getting enough subscribers for it on a daily basis.
Because there is a money component.
I wouldn't put it past Disney.
There is a money component somewhere. Absolutely. Hello, Blank House.
Hang on a sec. What did you say? Glenn Cows are watching. What is Mike?
The Blank House last name of people.
Hey, Michael. It is kind of one. Gene, can you see? What does it say?
No, I can't see. I can't see, Joey. Come on, man. Stop messing with me.
Sorry. Listen, if Sammy's not here, I gotta jab at you a couple times. You're my homie, but I gotta give you a little.
I got you, bro.
How about the parks to promote discrimination of disabled people? BDF, I don't know what you mean there.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I think if you're legitimately disabled, you'll get a desk.
No,
I think it's
no. It's not supposed to be for disabilities, according to what we're reading. That doesn't mean it won't be when it comes out. But the way it sounds, that it's not for anything but a mental disability, not a physical disability.
Oh,
but they're supposed to have other accommodations.
Also, what degrees of disabilities? Because my thing is this: if you can walk around a whole park, say it's a leg thing or a back thing, if you can walk around the park all day, you can't wait online. You're walking.
Maybe that's why. Maybe if you're waiting online, you can't walk around the park all day.
But that's what I'm saying. You're walking miles and miles and miles, but now you can't wait online. So it can't be for a leg thing or a back thing where you my back is bad, my leg is bad, so I can't wait online. Well, you're walking around the park. You're walking miles and miles and miles. Now you can't wait online.
See that in that comment right there, that's just tripled in 4 years. So Disney's that's a lot of money.
You know that's now 70% fake. If it tripled in the last 4 years.
And I said that's what I said, over 50%. And by the way, Gene, just so you know, because I know you can't see it and you can't read it.
Yeah.
Sammy did give you a compliment saying you're looking flaco. So she's acknowledging you're looking skinny.
Flacco is skinny.
A lot of weight, man. Yeah, Flacco is skinny. I'm not so gordo anymore. I'm a little gordo, but not so gordo. Getting Flacco. Yeah. I miss Sammy so much. I really do.
Gene looking Flacco.
I love it.
Gene's going to disappear soon. We're not even going to be able to see him. You know what my concern is? How's he going to open up all the electric doors at Disney? When you stand in front of them, it's not even going to notice him. When you go to Honey, I Shrunk the Audience Theater and go to watch it, how do you keep the seat down?
You know what though? The walking though, he's going to have incredible calves. He'll be looking like Panda for sure.
My calves from lugging my gordo ass around they're pretty.
I'll tell you what. The main
I could feed a village with a kid.
I haven't been to Sal's lately. That's the problem. I've been to Sal's once in the last couple of weeks. Me and Piano Rob would hit Sal's. I got another guy on the boat. Sal's fan for life.
Sal's Pizzeria is amazing. It is.
I got going too. Trust me.
Not responsible, but they're that good. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Love it.
DVC cabins installed at Disney's Fort Wilderness. I don't even know that's news, really. Didn't we think that was already done? And excuse me, I'm going to sneeze and mute myself.
Please.
God bless the right time. I mean,
can I be honest? I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Honestly, you know what?
Wait. You're not seeing it right. That's not done. The green stuff there is not the wall.
I was gonna say that looks like something you could just get off Amazon next day.
Go back, Patty. Can you go back to that green? Yeah, that's not the cabin. It's got to have it's got to be stuff has to be put on it. That's just
I thought it was like a green cabin. I'm like, that looks ugly.
That does look ugly
on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't think I agree, John. I don't think
I really wanted to complain about it.
It's just another place to put DVC.
Gene says it looks like a dumpster. Gene Palmer.
It does. It does. So
It could be.
I don't know.
think
I
that's
mean,
a big deal.
I
does
probably would say that.
Does anybody? I was gonna say, does anybody
Actually,
want
do you know why we will wind up staying there? The price of the points
probably
is really they're cheap. It's like
Really?
it's like 13 points for a night, which is pretty amazing.
No, it can't that. No.
It is. It's expensive to buy, not because of the price, but because of the maintenance. But the price per point is very, very little. You know why?
It's a little bit of a balancing act.
Right, because it's not a hotel, meaning you don't go.
Just a box.
Right, you still have to leave there to go. You have to. There's no washer and dryer in it, so you still have to go somewhere to wash your clothes. You still have to. There's still other things, and it's a weird. You got to drive around a little thing and find your cabin. I kind of like it it's a.
The washer dryer is
$20 per point. Oh yeah, I'll continue renting my DVC points for $20 per point. Yeah, I mean, hey, you can do that too.
Yeah, Don is telling you the green stuff is insulation. That's the exact. I was looking for the word. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe it's a way to get your foot in the door at DVC if you really want, because it's become so expensive. If you're just going to buy into it, aside from buying, points that are getting ready to expire,
The problem is the maintenance. It's ridiculous. It's like almost 30% more than all the other places. And I don't even know why. I think because it's not a permanent structure, because it can be moved. And I guess with hurricanes and stuff, I don't know.
Maybe. I know we pay like about, I think, $1,000 a year. For the same amount in the cabin, you'd be paying like $1,400 a year, which is a lot. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. Double. Well, not double, but like 50%.
Another 40-50%.
Wow. Okay.
The windows for Critter Co-op and more came to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I think Patty has pictures. Tiana.
There you go.
Well, they got 2 stores that they announced, correct?
Yeah.
Is it 2 stores? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the other one, but it is 2.
You see, now I think they're smart. Tiana's Bayou General, okay, and then the Critter Co-op. Because they're telling us about the animals and about the critters, and they're giving them personalities and everything, I think this store is going to be mad busters. I think people are going to go crazy.
Gangbusters.
People are going to want the plush. They're going to want the statue of whatever their favorite little character is. And they're looking pretty cool.
Ornament, the t-shirt. Would you like them to scrap 2 places like that and just build a restaurant or even a quick service place though?
No, I think they still have the restaurant. Pecos Bill. They could do whatever they want with it.
And they got a ton of a ton of quick service there.
I don't think they're going to get rid of Pecos Bill. They've already told us they really weren't.
I think Frontierland is on the chopping block in general. The entire Frontierland.
Really?
Because they're also talking about Tom Sawyer Island with the refurbs, possibly.
Well, that looks like that could go. I mean, does anybody know? I mean, outside of before the 1980s, even or after the 1980s, even know who the heck Tom Sawyer is?
When was the last time you visited Tom Sawyer Island?
Huckleberry Finn.
I don't even go. I tried to swim across, and they grabbed me out of there. So
you were. Never mind.
I could picture him doing it. I would be cheering, "Go, Joey!"
Oh my God! You think you're gonna make it?
So I do think eventually that'll go, and I think the shooting range. The rumor is that it'll become a DVC lounge. Of course, I am all for that.
Well, of course you'd be for all that. That's for sure. If they did something like that.
Come on,
I don't know why they don't win in every park. I'm gonna be honest, man.
I agree. The one in Epcot is great when you go and you're just like, you get a sip of soda, a thing of pretzels, and you're on your way.
You know what? And you can just relax in the AC. You can charge your phone. The one thing I don't get is why did they all of a sudden, unless it just got that much more popular, because in the beginning you didn't need to go and set a place you didn't need to go and be like, party of 4. Like you could just go up. Now you got to give your party, you have to wait. It's a whole big thing now.
This is for what?
For the one in Epcot. Years ago, you could.
Yeah. No, but I just
go through this person at the desk, but they would let you up. You'd have to wait.
Yeah. No, now I go up right away unless it's crowded. Then they make you wait. They don't want to. What do you think you're waiting for?
I don't know.
You're waiting for other people to leave because there's no more seats.
They're trying to build up the suspense.
No suspense.
Wait, do you think what's the roller coaster? I'm blanking on the well.
Jason, I will take you to the lounge. I promise.
Dude, that is hilarious. He's like Panda's betraying us for DVC Lounge.
Look, how many times are we using this shooting gallery? Come on, guys.
That's Panda's "let them eat cake" statement right there. Let them eat cake.
Oh, there you go.
The shooting gallery is free, and there's still not people using it. So come on.
The shooting gallery sucks. But so wait, do you think even?
Do
But do you think even what's the roller coaster? I'm blanking out. I always blank out on this roller coaster's name. The one
Where?
Thunder Mountain?
Thunder Mountain. Do you think Thunder Mountain's in trouble?
No, not at all.
Well, you listen. You did say Frontierland. I'm like, whoa.
That's what I'm
are you
saying.
talking
So
about?
like that's
No. Frontierland in general. Thunder Mountain can be rethemed to the desert, which would be Radiator Springs Racers behind it. So you could still have that as the desert area.
I gotta be honest. I'd love that to be there, but I and there's a lot of stuff in Frontierland I'm not a fan of. I don't want to get rid of Frontierland though. Like that's
Well,
that's,
you know what? Listen,
was
it's
good
probably
with
not
Frontierland.
the whole thing. Probably ain't going because we are getting a new Bear Jamboree, but I don't know if that can fit out of Frontierland. We'll see. Let's see what they do.
Okay.
It's not like theming is meaning much at all anymore.
No, not lately at all. What else we got?
Let's see.
What else we got?
Tree removed, fountain fixed during Morocco Pavilion construction at Epcot. Oh yeah, that's going to become. Is it in a couple of days? A annual pass lounge, the Marrakesh with a character experience. That's pretty,
So-
but it's only for like a month and a half. Which
And also, so the question then is how are they going to decide how many people are in there at one time? And you're going to end up with another line. And you know what I'm saying? Because especially
Yeah,
only
there's
for
a
a
ton
month.
of APs in down here. There's a ton of APs. Like
That's what I'm
they've
saying.
done
They're
an annual
everywhere.
pass lounge at Universal, and it moves pretty quickly. Again, you go in, you get your drink, a bag of pretzels, and you're out. Pretty much.
you
There
can,
you
yeah, but Universal, they don't even have free stuff, right? Do they have free stuff there?
They did when they had it near the across from the horror makeup show. They had a lounge once, and yeah, the couple
Okay,
couple of free things.
I went with Mikey Magic a couple months ago, and so shout out to Mikey Magic. I don't know if he's here. Yeah, it was just another place to buy more merch. There was nothing free when we went.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's changed, but yeah, another place to buy more.
That's funny. They're like, yeah, come on in, buy more stuff.
Gene Palmer says the Universal Lounge sucks. How do you really feel?
Oh, it did. I was like, oh, cool. What's in here? And then
Virtual
it was
queue
like,
for AP Lounge. Yeah, you
Right.
might need a virtual queue. Start up at 7 in the morning and at 1 in the afternoon.
right.
You might
Yeah,
get a
I'm curious to
5-minute
see what's gonna happen with that. Let's
That would
see
be
what
funny.
else. Wood paneling added to the corn dog. Wow, there was a slow news day, wasn't it? Wood paneling added to corn dog stand at Disney's Boardwalk.
And let me tell you
Gene,
something. That's
I'm
how
gonna
you
have
know
to
it's-
look at these before Gene puts them in as news.
Yeah, you get them. You get them.
I know. I don't look at them. I
All
should.
I can say, listen, if somebody else wants to do the news,
Oh my
No.
God.
New paneling to me, it's just not newsworthy.
here's why it's newsworthy.
Go ahead.
Because they've
tell
been
me.
working on that damn thing for 2 years, and they finally put
They finally got the paneling up.
That's terrible.
That should have been the lead story. Ladies and gentlemen, the wood paneling is up.
And the worst part,
We'll be-
it's probably
We'll be
just
eating corn
laminate.
dogs by 2026.
I wonder how we're going to do the merch segment without Corinne. We don't know anything. We just got to
We
look
might
at
not be
pictures and
able
go,
We
oh.
do.
Ooh, ah.
Phantasmic Showtimes announced for return at Disneyland. I just need to know if there's a dragon coming back.
And it better be.
That's all I need to know. Yeah, if there's no dragon,
some-
that's just sad.
With some fire retardant
They'll-
on it or something.
There'll be a dragon.
Maybe it's just a picture of a dragon.
Guys, I
It'll
apologize.
be like the
Give me a sec.
cardboard.
Go
I'll be
ahead,
right
Joey.
back.
Go ahead. I'll see you in a minute. The
Sammy's
baby
in
must
trouble.
be crying.
Sammy's
The
probably
baby
yelling
must
at
be
him.
crying. All right, let's see what's coming. New nighttime show coming to Avengers Campus in Disney Adventure Park. You know, I hate Disneyland stuff because I don't go. Not often. But let's see what this new show is. A new nighttime show coming to Avengers Campus. Looks like nighttime activation. I thought it was a nighttime Activision. That's funny. Activation. All right, new storyline. All right, at least they're doing new stuff there. I think that's pretty cool. On the roofs. So no matter, it will feature Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'll take that, but it's not.
I'll
for
take
us,
that.
So there's nothing we can do with it.
I know. For us, name and concept art revealed for Disney Adventure World Park Lake expansion. Wait, I don't know anything about that. You tell me. What is this?
This is
Oh,
the,
Paris.
It's in Paris. Yeah, they're getting
yeah,
something really
what-
cool.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, those they get like some they're gonna have a nice expansion over there.
Yeah, it'll be known as Adventure Bay. Wow. Okay, that looks like
That
Epic Universe stuff going on over there.
Yeah, it looks good. It's gonna be cool. You know what we should do? Maybe before we hit the next news story, do you want to do? Let's
Yep.
do Victor Naraki.
You got it. Victor
I'm keeping
Naraki.
I'm keeping you on board with these things this
You
time.
are. You are.
Let's see it.
CelebratingFlorida.com.
Dude, what are you doing?
You said if I wanted to buy or sell a house in Central Florida that I should follow you.
On social media.
You got a link?
Buying or selling a home? Visit celebratingflorida.com or follow me on social media.
I honestly have never seen a real estate guy, and I think he'll be on either next week or the week after.
Very
We're
cool.
going to get him back, talk about some new houses, but nobody who's worked so hard to try to get people into what they want. And
there's a lot of his clients are in our chat usually every
yeah,
week. So.
I haven't seen Donna tonight, but I know she's one of them. Yeah.
Piano Rob's in the house. Piano Rob, we were just talking about you. We were just talking about Sal's. Real quick, give us let us know what your review is of Sal's. I got it.
I'm happy because I'm going to look thinner around these people. If Piano Rob keeps going to Sal's, that'll be awesome.
Listen, I had to cut Sal's down a little bit because it's that good. I was going 3 times a week, but yeah, Rob, let us know what you thought of Sal's if you're still there.
It is. It's the best. There's something. Yeah, it's got to be where he gets his ingredients from because it's just great.
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, you could eat the regat he's giving it to you for it in a cup with a spoon. He's like, just eat the regat. You'll love it just as the regat alone. Sure enough, it was delicious.
And their Sicilian shocked me. Hey, Donna. Donna's been ninja watching.
There we go.
Donna, have you been to Sal's yet? Sal's Pizza? It's Sal's Pizza Bar. They say Dr. Phillips, but it's really Orlando is the proper address. Oh, Donna, you don't understand. It's different than anything in Florida.
Yeah. No, it's
Jason, try a calzone. Get anything you can from there. It doesn't have to be pizza. It's legit.
It's the best pizza I've had in Florida. It's the best garlic.
We should get. I'm gonna call Sal's. We need to get paid. If I'm gonna keep saying.
Right, we shout him out every week.
Okay, Disney Electrical Sky Parade drone show gets extended run at Disneyland Paris. Okay, now this
I don't know why we don't have this either. How I know
have you guys seen this thing?
Yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah.
Oh my god. I wish
When the
it had.
train
it looks fake.
When the train moves with the wheels turning, I'm like, forget it. Now we are getting something like that, Gene.
No, I know, but like it's by 2030?
No, Disney Springs, isn't it coming like soon?
No, it's coming to Disney Springs.
Yeah, but how
really
soon?
Like
And here's
a
the
couple
thing.
months. And
Well,
you're
Gene,
there
it's-
all the time.
Gene,
You
it's
could
a
walk
drone
out of
show.
Splitsville and watch it.
Yeah, they don't.
I
It's a drone
I
show.
don't-
They don't need to build it. So
My thing is this: it shouldn't be in the Springs anyway. It should be in a park.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Why is it in a
But
shopping center?
Why is it in
a
Springs?
mall?
Let me tell you. Because we sell stuff at Springs. We have restaurants in Springs, and we have stores in Springs. And if we do that and we get more people there, guess what? It's money.
So once
It doesn't matter what you think. That's why you're not a millionaire. That's why I'm not a millionaire. Because we didn't think of it.
You want both? Have one in the parks, one at Springs. How about that?
We
Is that
we
okay?
actually should.
I just think if you, what is it going to do in the Springs? Like people are going to just watch it while they're like, it's going to take people away from shopping.
You know they've had drones at the Springs before, right?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
They
that.
did.
When was it? When was this?
I'm gonna say 7 years ago, if the chat room can tell me. They actually had a drone show over the water, and everybody would stop for a minute. It was when I tell you crowded, where Splitsville is in that whole area, you could not walk.
Yeah.
People were just watching out on the water, and it was pretty cool. I think it's going to be a lot better. Gene Palmer, do you remember when we had drones at Disney Springs? How long ago it was? They didn't move, meaning they just made a picture in the sky. Maybe it twirled a little, but now these things are moving. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Wow.
Okay, 8 years ago. I was not too off.
You were close. You were close, John. That was close. But yeah, it'll be great to get that. I know, and it's not going to be 2030, Gene. As much as
The big thing with drones in the park and why we don't have them at Epcot, which we wanted to, is legally they can't fly over people's heads because they do fall every now and then. So even when you watch the one in Paris, you can see as the show's going on,
they do.
you'll see a light go boo.
Yeah, they fall.
What if
They
you did them
fall and
over?
die.
What if you did them over the lake?
Yeah, great, but you have to fly them in. So the only way they could do them at Epcot is when the drawbridge is open, and that's not a big enough space. If you look at Epic Universe, they actually built a peninsula out on the water just for drones. So I think
Wait,
Magic Kingdom needs
I got another spot for it.
Go ahead.
The 17's Lagoon. Get rid of that weird
100%.
That weird thing that what is the water pageant parade thing that's like super cheesy.
Yeah.
Let's scrap that.
But again, there's no money involved.
No, there's no money.
You're gonna get people to park at a resort, try to get in for free to watch the drone show.
Where would they do it in Disney Springs though if it can't be over people's heads?
Over the water, over by Saratoga. You just go out.
Oh, okay.
So you walk out of Splitsville and just go through the stuff to the water. even if you're in the beginning over by the balloon, you could see it all in the water.
What's funny is that I just recently did one of my details that I worked was security for one of these drone shows that the city was putting on that I work in. So it was interesting because we were right next to where the guys control everything. And the drones were it was like 2,000 of them and they were all out. So you needed a huge area, and where everybody was like, it was like 2 or 3 football fields away. And when these go up, they all take off in succession. And then they start doing their thing. And Panda's exactly right. Every once in a while, we had to move because you'd see one, and we would have to duck.
And if it hits you in the head, it hurts.
The first time one went haywire, I was like, whoa, what the hell was that? So then we started ducking behind the cars because every once in a while, for every show they did, there was always.
I think for every show they lose 2 or 3. And it's that's built into the cost. And they have extras, obviously.
Exactly. But it's really neat. It's really neat to see. But yeah, that's probably the issue. And again, I guess the ones that go over the water, I guess they lose them and then maybe go fish them out of there. And
no, Jason Vaughn, that water parade should stay. As a matter of fact, I wish they would do drones with the water parade together, but that water parade ain't going anywhere.
No,
it's a nice simple thing. The water pageant, it's been there forever.
Unless Gene had his way, Gene would just.
I would boot it, but yeah, I get why I wouldn't do it.
I would boot it.
Do you know? I have a memory from being 6 years old, falling asleep on the monorail. So the Magic Kingdom was done. They told me I could go to sleep. The day was done because I had to be up for everything. I couldn't miss a pee. I was like, so I finally was starting to fall asleep. And as we're going around on the monorail, the water pageant is on. And I remember opening up my eyes, couldn't keep them open. And I remember seeing the octopus and hearing the thing and being like, this place just doesn't freaking quit. I remember thinking that as a 6-year-old, like, I can't, I'm got to go to sleep. But I remember thinking, wow, there's stuff going on even after we left.
Yeah, it's constant. It's until you literally are outside the park, which is awesome.
Crazy.
So I would love.
I do think more stuff's going to happen with drones in the future. They're going to find a way to get them to where we want them.
Sure. They should. It's a cool tech and it works really well, especially when you've got the funding for it, as opposed to just a local show. It's when you have these legit professional shows, just like the fireworks, same thing. They're amazing to do. And you can do so much stuff with them.
And that Paris one definitely was the most mind-blowing I've ever seen yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was for sure. That was it's breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
That's what I'm saying. So hopefully that happens, or at least whenever it does. Hopefully it's sooner than later.
So I'm going to try to do merch, even though I have no idea what it is because Corinne was here. So if Patty shows them, we'll just talk about them.
We should do our last ad. Before
yes, JSA Creations. I agree.
Oh yeah, I heard about them.
I still can't get over the up one, that it broke through. You thought of that, Joey?
Of course. That was awesome.
I like the way the frame of the ear sometimes plays a part in the design. I think it's awesome.
I appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows, the shop is closed at the moment. Anyone knows that obviously me and Sammy just had a baby, so we don't have a lot of time for that right now, but the shop will be coming back. So we appreciate everybody's support. We have had people reach out. So just so you know, we're not going anywhere.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month?
Yeah. Yeah, because we got to kind of...
if I came down to babysit and it was the live-in babysitter, you guys could open a lot earlier.
Yeah, that's going to be up to Sammy because she's had quite the reservation having Gene.
I wouldn't trust Gene to make ears, let alone watch the baby.
You don't know Sammy's going to say no.
Yeah. Mary Wells, you're absolutely right. Sammy is way prettier than me. Trust me, she is.
Oh, Mary.
Oh no. Are you kidding me? Sammy's the face of the company. There's a reason why I'm not wearing them. All right, we can't put Jean up there. So
you should put ears on, Joey.
I had to do anything. Why you bring me into this?
I'm just saying we got to put someone like Sammy up there. Come on, man. It's all right, Jean. Listen, I know you've dropped a bunch of weight. You're looking slim. We're still not putting you up there. Sorry.
I'm gonna go work at Splitsville for a week. That seems to be the diet.
Yeah, but Jean's fingers are destroyed and his feet and legs are destroyed.
Yo, I burnt my hand. That's why I got
How?
my bandage.
Man, look at that.
What did you touch?
Stove.
It's okay, Mary.
Wait, why did you touch the stove?
I don't know.
He's like,
don't let him watch the baby until you get an answer for that.
This is true. Gene, you're putting up.
Gene, where's the baby? I don't know.
I don't know. But like, wait, why is the baby's hand burned? I don't know.
All right, Patty, show us some merch and I'll try to talk about it. Okay, here, I'm going to be Corinne now. Oh, here from Sweden, we have a beautiful pillow. She doesn't talk like that. But I do like that pillow, actually. I got to be honest. I think
That's a pillow?
That's a pillow.
Yeah, the one in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know what the other two things are.
Those coasters? No.
Oh, maybe coasters? I don't know. Corinne will tell us when she comes back. But that's cool.
You would need, let me say, that pillow, you would really need something specific to put that on. Otherwise, it wouldn't match anything. At least
I agree. Yeah, that could be like a Halloween thing, maybe.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Fierce and fabulous.
Everybody's got to put yes or no in the chat.
Yes. All right. I like that pillow. I don't know why. I do.
All right, sorry, Patty. You can go ahead.
Hiya, pal. Oh, a dish.
That's a good cookie plate.
When I read that, the Hiya Pal, I read it in Joe Pesci's voice in Home Alone.
Yeah, you have to.
Hiya, pal.
Hiya, pal. You filthy animal.
Oh man, with the little sparkle in the tooth.
Are those mugs?
Oh yeah. Well, one looks like a sugar jar, and then the others look like mugs.
I love the honey pot, especially the bigger one. I made a bunch of those for Sammy and her baby shower. They came out really cool. So I have a soft spot, especially since we have a whole bunch of Winnie the Pooh stuff.
Okay, this from Hallmark. Oh, speaking of Hallmark, don't even get me started. They're coming out with more Haunted Mansion things. That looks like.
I heard about that.
A glass with Mickey Mouse ears on it. It looks like a glass, just glasses.
Like there's a drinking glass, right?
Yeah. It might do something special. I don't know. What is up with these pillows?
Generic, right?
This is Hallmark also because I see them on the bottom.
Oh yeah, there's some of the Haunted Mansion stuff. We have a bunch of those already.
All those three we have, yeah.
The pillow, yeah, it's just a generic bat pillow. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Halloween.
Okay, I have no idea what these are except stickers, magnets, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, they're 3D.
Guys, Corinne was supposed to be here. She knew about all this. She had computer problems, so we're just winging it.
So sorry.
Could they be pins?
They look too big for me to be pins, but who knows? Maybe.
And they're like 3D, but it looks like a material type, not like a porcelain or something.
Yeah, it looks like a 3D printed thing.
I don't know.
What are these gloves for, like house gloves?
There's no way for cleaning.
Maybe it's for gardening.
There's no way.
Could be either gardening or maybe for like hot stuff in the oven. I don't know. They look a little Fallout.
Okay, they look a little thin for that.
Yeah.
Oven mitts?
I
don't know. They look thick enough? Maybe they are.
Man, to me, they're not.
On the other side?
You can't tell. I can't even read what it says on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Cutting board?
Is that yeah.
A little too busy for my kitchen.
Or it's a pickleball paddle, possibly.
If you cut peppers or carrots, you won't even find them because there's other things on here. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's a cutting board. Looks good.
Mouse wares. So this is all for house. Okay, that looks like a silicone baking pan.
Yep. Up top.
Which I like. And listen, I am so confused as to what can go in a regular oven nowadays. Like, can the plastic top go? And people are like, no, are you crazy? It'll melt. I'm like, listen, I got rubber silicone things that go in the oven fine, so I don't know anymore.
This is true. Mary's, you're not wrong.
Kitchen sponge holder. Yeah, I know, Mary. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right, a kitchen sponge holder.
In the shape of Mickey ears.
All right.
This is true.
Okay, this I like. Adventure awaits. Choose
that
your probably adventure. That I do like. Yeah, I like.
I like that one. But I'm a huge Up fan, so I'll go
Me
with
too.
it.
This looks like a fanny pack. Or
Yep.
a small thing. Yeah, I kind of like it. This would I would actually wear this across to put stuff in like a camera. I kind of like it.
I like it.
Ornaments again.
Ornament?
All right. Yeah, it looks like an ornament. It's all Christmassy.
I don't like
Yeah.
the ornaments.
You know what's funny, by the way? I know we think it's stupid, but this is already the beginning of April. Do you
And we're
realize in
already-
August we'll be doing Halloween again?
It's true.
It's coming up.
In
I
July,
can't believe it.
and in July, don't we do Christmas again in July? They do a whole big half,
Yep.
6 months of Christmas in July, I think. So we'll have Christmas again in July.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. This looks like a blanket. I don't know.
Or is it
Handbag?
Is it a duffel bag?
a duffel bag or is it a?
It feels like a blanket rolled up, but I don't know.
It almost
Still
looks
like
like
it.
it looks like a sleeping bag that you could roll up. Maybe that's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. It might be a bag, and it's just supposed to look like because he's like
Right.
in the
It
wilderness.
looks like a
guy.
knapsack type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It is a
cool.
blanket. Okay, Jason says it's a
Russell.
blanket. I believe him. Disney Riley says no. She doesn't like it.
I like those.
Wilderness but who needs another thermos?
I have
Between
so many-
Tervis, right?
I like them though. I just
Me
that's the
too.
problem. I keep
I
buying
buy 'em,
them,
but-
keep trying 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it though.
I usually just
Oh,
go
that was
mug.
it?
Oh, we have a Gene. Look, we have a Gene, and not bad.
All right, chat room.
Joey,
We're
for
gonna
that
give
one,
this
call me Flacco Gene.
Oh,
Flacco Gene.
sorry, Flacco Gene.
Let's give a little 10 minutes of time to the chat room for them to come up with a topic or a question, and then we will go home after that. Does anybody have anything in the chat room? It's going to take a while because we're on a little bit of a delay, but Joey's got to go back to Braden and Aiden. God, I can't wait to see the fights in that house. What do you mean? You just called me. No, I called your brother.
This is true. Did Sammy end up sending you any of the photos?
I think she did. I didn't know if I should put
We
them on
sent
the
some to
show.
Gene. I know. Yeah, I'm sure. I figured she probably did.
She didn't send. I don't think she sent too many to me. She needs to
He's a
send me more.
carbon. He's a carbon copy of Aiden when he was.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of making the video you made this week? Oh, John, thank you. John mentioned the video that came out this week where it was me, Gene, Chrissy, Joey. What is it? Joey, Mikey, not Joey. Mikey, Magic, and Beyond.
Uncle Victor.
And Uncle Victor was awesome too. That we had to
Shout
get
out
to
to Uncle Victor.
the best thing about making that video was the camera. Because now with that small DJI Pocket 3, you can just whip it out and just turn it on and you don't have to set things up. Yeah. I can't. We do have more videos coming from that.
I can tell you my favorite part of the video.
You're not in it.
We were joking. No, not that.
Oh,
I'm
when
not
I
in it.
told Gene to shut up.
But here's the thing. Did I shut up? I didn't shut up. I won't.
Because he didn't even hear him. He's like,
You can't
just
put Flacco Gene in the corner.
I was just.
Here's the thing, though, right? My favorite part of it was that we had 5 New Yorkers hanging out in Disney. That was pretty awesome.
That was pretty good.
We all came
That's
down
so
here at
cool.
different times, and we all reassembled in Florida. We were hanging out down here.
Mary's saying funny things. Disney Riley wants them to add a princess area. You know what, Riley? I think there's going to be more princess stuff coming for sure.
I
Okay. Do we have any more questions here?
wish they would add
Let's
a
see.
Yeah,
Disney used to have a sponsor for every ride. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. That was when that was Eisner time, wasn't it?
Yep.
I think so.
Well, the orange bird came from the Florida Department of Citrus. That was their money.
Yeah.
What's funny
Remember if
about
you-
this? It looks just like the Orange Bowl bird here in the University of Miami and the Orange Bowl Stadium that they play the games in.
Hold on.
I'm
I'm gonna go look real quick right now.
I'm telling you now, when they did
Orange
Bowl,
Bowl bird. Let's see, images. I see one with a crown on it, just an orange, like a round face. It doesn't look like a bird. It's not a bird.
oh no,
It's just
no,
a human.
no, it's definitely not a human. I'll find one. I'll text you. with
Okay.
it. I'll find
All
it.
right, text me. But that would be weird. I wonder if they use the same thing. Well, you know what looks the same too? The Give Kids the World mascot, the bunny and the Easter bunny at Disney. It's designed by the same people, so that's why that looks exactly familiar.
I see.
Why do you think World doesn't get as many cool popcorn buckets? You know, that is a mystery for the ages
Yeah.
because it's money. Why are they not just
you
giving
can add a whole
money?
bunch of things. You can add a whole bunch of things of why doesn't World get, and then just
Yeah,
put.
it happens in Disneyland. It happens in Japan. We don't get.
There's a lot of things we don't get that you're
I would
like,
say-
I don't understand.
I
Why are
would
we
say
not getting these? What?
No, go ahead. Finish.
Oh, I was gonna say the character meet and greets, the popcorn buckets, the events. Like they get, I guess maybe they make up for it there because they know the place is much smaller than what we have, and maybe
the castle is like tiny.
They do a lot more stuff for them or something. I don't know. It drives me crazy.
I don't understand the local thing. I mean, I know they have more locals, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't sell those popcorn buckets out here.
No, they have.
Well, think about it. When they did
They
like
would
when they got
They would probably
Mandalorian,
sell more.
Grogu, and these meet and greets,
They sold out.
And yeah,
The
we don't
Christmas
get it.
tree one went crazy at Christmas time. Gene brought up something about that GE used to sponsor Carousel of Progress.
Mhm.
Do you remember the other song in Carousel of Progress, by the way?
no.
You know, you said it. You told me it not that long ago, and I was like, I don't remember that.
Okay, so GE takes over Carousel of Progress. The song is There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. GE, who sells appliances today, doesn't want you to think there's a great big beautiful tomorrow. They want you to think today is the day to buy that appliance and not wait. So they changed the song to
Right.
Now is the time, now is the best time. Here and right now through joy or strife. They're so glad to hear.
I remember
So
that
glad
song.
be glad you're here. You don't remember it? For it's the best time of your life. Right here and now, you've got it made. The world's forward marching, so you're in the parade, that kind of thing. So now it went back because GE. And it's funny how much sponsors control a lot of what goes on. If you remember, Epcot was supposed to get Mount Fuji.
Yep. But
And-
the camera.
Kodak said no. I'm surprised they didn't just build it and name it something else. But I guess being in Japan, it had to be Mount Fuji because of Fujifilm. Kodak was like, no, that word should not be spoken in here. And they did not build it. But there's still room behind Japan now for a major attraction. And I will say this, someday, whether I'm dead or alive, they're going to have an attraction back there. Could be 50 years from now, but there will be. All right, instead of dragging this out for no reason, I'm going to say goodnight to all you guys. Gene, do you have anything else? Joey, anything?
Nah, man.
No, I'm just number one excited to be here because we've been a
We
little bit,
love having you when Sammy can. It's okay.
a little crazy, but I miss you guys, miss everybody here, miss
Same.
seeing everyone in the chat and stuff. So
You think in a month or so we can get you out to a theme park, even without the baby or just you and
just me. I don't know.
maybe I don't think just
I don't
you,
know.
but
We were.
When can you-
I'll be honest with you. I think we were talking about July.
okay.
Might be
All right.
might be one with the baby. So, we'll see. So no, Gene, you don't need to babysit. We're good. Just letting you know. You can
I'm just
you can
saying.
hold them.
I'm just saying, I'm here, man. I'm here, man.
Yeah. Other than that, man, this is it's been good. I had a great time tonight.
Thank you to everybody who came in here.
Yeah.
I can't mention all the names, but you guys know who you are. Mary says again, Sammy is prettier. I don't know. I might disagree with that, but I don't know. No, Sammy. I think Sammy's gorgeous.
Are you kidding me? Listen, I outkicked my coverage many years ago.
I
So-
agree. I agree with that.
Right,
We
Gene?
all just to be in her presence. I think we all need to be like thankful.
Well, I'm Flacco Gene now, so.
she's not getting Wally pipped. So not by me. By the way, she did make a comment to me today. She's like, Gene said that stupid name again to me. And I don't remember what it is, but whatever.
Wally Pip.
All right, Gene, you take us away as usual.
Yeah, man.
Guys, we want to thank our mods. I couldn't see who was in there.
Everybody.
But so we want to say Paul, Molly, Tina, Simba 2, Pete McDevitt, Candy Mom 15, Stephanie Keel. Again, if you guys weren't, if somebody wasn't here, I didn't know. I can't see it, and if I haven't said hello to you, that's why I have no glasses.
Between no Corinne and no glasses, we really hiked
love
along
it.
here.
I love it.
Deuces, everybody. Have a good
Watch
night.
Renegade Nell on Disney Plus. You won't be disappointed. Good
And
night, all.
Fallout. Good night, all.